Hello everyone, welcome to your daily card reading for December 22nd and 23rd. And I'm just doing this to get a day ahead. I actually had an extra day of vacation, so by accident. Anyway, long story. And we're back on track now. And I'll do it for today and tomorrow. And then tomorrow I'll do another one for the next 2 days because it's Christmas. And I know nobody really watches the videos over the holidays much, but so I'll do an extended over the holidays. So we'll do for the 22nd and 23rd today, and tomorrow I'll post another one for the next 2 days. So anyway, I hope everyone's doing well, and I'm going to do a wheel spread today, a medicine wheel with the 4 directions and beginning point, ending point, and overall message card with the chickens. And I'll first start out with a Gillian Kemp Tree Magic signifying card. Okay, so we have the willow tree. Number 7, wisdom, and it says, wisdom and progress develop without rest, like a tree springing upward from its root in the earth. I'm going to draw one more card. Umnilo. He's the passion energy. Okay, I just wanted to draw one more card for clarification on this one. So we have something going on here. I'm just looking at that. Okay. Let me go into the reading, and then if I need more, I can draw more. So, okay. So, first we start out, our starting point here is Illuminata. And Illuminata has to do with a social group that we feel spiritually connected to in terms of values, valuing each other, valuing ourselves with these other people, valuing the other people, and feeling, the same exchange, the same values everybody shares. So it really makes for a equal exchange between people and kind of a common goal, like teamwork and spiritual connection, where you are the same religion without even knowing what the religion is. You just have that same heart and soul bond and then focus. So that's where we're starting out here. But there's something going on where we have to shake something off. This is how we're relating to the world psychologically right now. In our mental framework, we're having to kind of renew ourselves or shake something off a little bit. And refresh ourselves, renew ourselves, really drop anything that doesn't belong to you, come back to yourself, and really relax. Take that healing time for yourself. And so this is psychologically. So it's like really kind of in our minds we need to somehow make ourselves number one, or just do what we need to do for our mind, our mental sanity, or our mental well-being. Really, it's more of a mental well-being, because we have really positive cards here. So this is kind of just to improve our mental well-being. We kind of need to just shake off any debris, any little challenges, or lower negative things that might try and get our attention. We just kind of need to brush that off and refresh, renew, relax, and come to that peaceful place, that tranquil, peaceful state of being. So that's where we're at in the physical world. Then we have the new energy coming in. This is new beginnings, and we have Amma, which has to do with the Queen Mother really providing for people in a physical way, really kind of creating a sense of safety and comfort for other people, or maybe this is what we're doing or what we're receiving, one way or another. But there's this kind of sense of safety, renewed well-being, feeling provided for. This is very much a kind of the ideal holiday card coming in, where you come back home to family and feel that safety network and feel provided for by everybody and cared for. That unconditional love. And Amma also has to do with providing for people emotionally and psychologically and spiritually also, but really to such the degree that it actually is a physical providing for. This has to do with the ashram, having a home to stay in and having food provided, and just having that place of community and people there to care and take care and to promote you as an individual in your personal growth and progress, but also really being there for you on a physical level, giving you that home and that food that you need. And then we have in the social position, how we're relating to things socially, there's a decision. There's a change in our path. There's a shift and a change in our social life here that's happening. So that's why I drew another card, because from there we have a transformation again of the irony. So another twist and turn in the road. And then it gets complicated, because we have a twist and a turn in the road with something unexpected and a decision being made here. So, and then our overall message card is getting over chronic stress and chronic life conditions, and really being beyond it all, where you are not affected by things emotionally anymore. Something that used to bother you no longer bothers you. So wherever we're going, we have a good change. And then my question on this also had to do with what kind of is changing. And we're finishing up here. Our final card is Snowflake, which has to do with individuation and really knowing ourselves better and learning more about ourselves and learning more about our place in the world and what we're here to do and what we're here to serve and what we're here to provide, and what is very unique about us, what makes us that special person, that special fit in the world. What is our special fit in the world? How is it that we become special for the world, and how is it that we know ourselves in our uniqueness? So there's definitely some major transformation going on here, which is interesting. And then my question card, the clarifier, also has to do with major, quick, abrupt change that is like 360, changes a person 360, and kind of has a split and a break in your life where something that you used to kind of go towards or be a part of is kind of splitting and changing, and it can also just be like getting rid of some negativity, kind of weeding out your life. But there's a major 360 turn, and then a strengthening process that's going on. So this is a very powerful reading when it comes to your relationship to society and what's changing and where we're ending up. We do have to remember right now that we do have the people around us who need to be around us. We have our social supports. This is in place already. And we're really, whatever might be, bothering us a little bit, it's very minor. It's not a big deal. And it's easy to shake off. And just kind of a... Excuse me. Bless me. Sorry. I got a little cold. Anyway, this is just a little, shaking off. Very minor, just coming back to yourself. Just when you're a little bit stressed and you're like, okay, I'm going to take a break, and you take that bath, or you get that massage, or you just take that time on the beach to take your breath, go for a swim, something like that. I guess you guys are in winter now, USA. You go home and you take that hot bath and you have that nice cup of tea and you sit by the fire. That's the kind of how we're adjusting, and then we have this social support really there for us. So we're very, very much rooted here, and that's what I want to say about the willow tree, because the willow is a very watery tree. The willow tree needs a lot of water, and it does have to do with the roots. It has to do with really that kidney energy, your sense of belonging in that roots, and it mentions the roots in here. It says, wisdom and progress develop without rest, like a tree springing up from its roots in the earth. So there's this major groundation that we have already. So we're very grounded here. We're very stable. And we've had a ton of readings in the past week about being stable and being grounded, and then maybe even grounding more for things. But just the grounding is very present right now. And then from there, we just have this decision, this like some type of shift or change. And this is not a decision that we need to figure out. It's something that presents itself. It's like all of a sudden we see a new direction. We understand how we need to go. It's all of a sudden we get an understanding here. Let me see if I can focus this. Okay. So, with Little Spirit, it's that we have that guidance in our emotions, in our psychology, in those little hunches, in those little nudges that we get internally, or that sense of this is right or this is wrong, and something that totally surprises us. Often we think we might have a decision made, and we totally make a different decision. It really has to do with what presents itself, what's feeling right, what in the moment we know we have to do, or what we cannot do. And these are the limitations and the knowledge and the and really, the sense of knowing that we need to go this way or that way. So there is just kind of a shift and a change. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I had a loud chicken and my battery was about to die, and then the phone rang. So anyway, but I think we were just talking about that there's a new way that we're going to go. So there's kind of a new decision that gets made with our social life, and a new direction or just a change that happens. But it's going to be a big change. There's a major change coming up, because Cinnabrite has to do with a major change, and it has to do with getting rid of what is, lower or negative, and then really having a major change. It's almost like a rebirthing process that happens for us here in our social life, and a new turn of events for a very beneficial reason here. So, and like I said, our outcome card is really getting over some chronic stress too. So, and we've had this chickpea in the transformation position before, and this is kind of a tricky read, because it has to do with something that already goes totally unexpected, and then there's a transformation in the patterns of unexpected things. So there's something that we don't really understand. It keeps going one way, that it doesn't really make sense. It's almost like a kink in our life's understanding, where we know how our life should be going, but there's this reoccurring pattern that goes opposite of what we expect. But now this is changing. So it's almost like now all of a sudden what we on the deeper level expect is going to start to happen for us. And then in the end card is Snowflake, which has to do with the individuation, and this also it's like the hook. It has to do with it's the Jack of Fire. It's like the page, because this is a regular playing card deck. It has to do with a page like the Knight. Little Red. Okay. Little Red is drinking my Coca-Cola. Give me one. Okay. Anyway, this has to do with the individual self being caught. It's almost like we become caught or raptured in our own life. Again, it's almost like the rebirthing process. Like it's like being born again in some way. Where this individuation, where we really kind of come to an understanding of ourselves, and then that because of this decision here in the social position and some major change that happens here, and how things kind of get straight. There's this. This is like fire coming in. It's like the messenger, or the bringer of self, the bringer of goodies. This is the fire element, though. So with the individuation, it has to really do with kind of coming back to self, and knowing oneself, and seeing ourselves a little more clearly in the context of others. And I have to say, I've noticed that I went out with some people, and it was like such a different interaction I had, really, really positive interaction, and my personality was totally different, and I was able to be myself among this group of people. And then I'll be among another group of people, and I'm like stifled. It's like my personality is stuck. I don't have the expression. I don't feel the expression. I feel tired, and versus feeling awake and feeling joyful and being really able to express. So it's almost like we have this expression coming through here in the end, this blossoming, and that's really what it is. It's the blossoming, the unfoldment of self, the becoming. And Little Red, are you okay? So Little Red also has to do with the survival, and I don't know what the drinking of Coca-Cola has to do with anything. I think it's just kind of drinking of well, for me, Coca-Cola, it has to do with the beach. My beach drink. My mom always had me drink the light Coke, the Diet Coke, and so to me, it's just kind of the beachy drink that is not bad for you. It doesn't really weigh on you. It's something light, kind of a little more kick to it than water. And so we have this kind of this almost the refreshment here in terms of survival and the Kundalini energy, and that's what little red represents. So it's kind of like, taking that enjoyment moment to sit back and relax and really know that you're going to survive in a very good way. The Kundalini is rising, and this was also a message just recently. So this is another repeat message where, we were talking about how she's grounding. The survival and the Kundalini that's about to come through is doing this grounding thing. And that's another way of grounding is, to take that refreshment into your life and kind of relax and, find the subtle enjoyment in life and just having that peace of that peace in that faith that things are going to go well, and that's a part of the grounding with our survival. And then as we become more and more and more comfortable, then we can open for that Kundalini energy to really change things. And with the Cinnabrite here, this is the Kundalini energy also coming through. Kundalini energy will cause a major change like this, not just in an individual, but in the society around. It is the 360 change, not just with the self, but with everybody. It's like a transmutation, not just a transformation. Like just everything kind of changes, the 360 degree here. So, and again, we have this getting over chronic things. And that's almost, these two are almost similar like that. This is a chronic thing that keeps happening that is against our expectations, or, goes opposite from those expectations. It's the irony of life's events. And then it's really kind of getting over that irony and being beyond it and kind of turning around and laughing at the whole thing and just, it's not affecting us anymore. But it actually changes, and we can start to blossom into our individual selves, our uniqueness. So, okay, I hope everyone got what they needed out of this today. Sorry for the few interruptions, and I will see you again tomorrow for the Christmas reading. Take care.